I would like to share my screen. Okay, so is my browser is visible to you?
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you for your responses. So let us straight away start with today's session. So always we are going to enter into the session with the portal.azure.com. Just go to the web address portal.azure.com. And we need to select the account. So my Azure account is indiantechguru4u@gmail.com. Your account may be different. Just select your account. Once your account is selected, it is going to open the home page of Microsoft Azure. So this is the home page. So now let me show you how to create the ARM template. So for that purpose, I am going to create a virtual machine. So just search virtual machine in the search bar. Then you will get the virtual machines icon. Select the virtual machines. So I will do it somewhat faster, as you already know. Nagarazu has raised hand. Nagarazu, is there any question for? Is there any question? Nagarazu. Is there any question from your side?
Hello. No, sir. No question, sir. Sorry.
Okay. So lower your hand. You have raised your hand. Just once again touch in that hand icon. It will be lowered. Okay. Thank you. So now we have actually we need to create the virtual machine. Just click on create virtual machine. Already this concept is over in the previous classes, but because some of the participants have joined newly, I'm once again repeating the things. So we are going to create a virtual machine. Create virtual machine. So each virtual machine must be attached to a subscription account as well as a resource group. Our subscription account is a free account, and if at all there is already a resource group, then you can utilize that particular resource group, or you can create a new resource group during the creation of the virtual machine itself. So that is up to you. So here you can see our subscription is a free subscription, and I'm going to create a new resource group. So click on the new resource group and then give the resource group name as Dayakar RG. Click on OK, and then give the virtual machine name. So this is the example virtual machine name for virtual machine for ARM template. So I am giving the name as ARM VM. ARM VM. And region I am going to select West US, sorry, East US 2. East US 2. You can select any region. So I have to give the username. So the username I'm going to give is Dayakar123, and I need to give the password. Password I'm going to give is Dayakar VM @123. Dayakar VM @123. So actually I should not spell out the password, but why I spelled out is it will be revealed to you. Dayakar VM @123. Okay, that's it. So now straight away click on review plus create. Our new Windows based virtual machine, Windows Server virtual machine is being created. So once you practice thoroughly, then it will be a fraction of seconds to create the virtual machine. It will not take much time. So initially, because we don't know about the concepts, it took much time, but now it will be very fast. Okay. So once the validation is successful, then don't create the virtual machine, because we are discussing about the ARM templates. So that's why don't create the virtual machine. However, so we need to download the ARM template. So that also we have seen in the previous class. Now once again I will show you. So once the creation of the virtual machine is completed, then I will show you how to download the ARM template. Meanwhile, I will delete already existing resources, so which were created during my practice session. In the desktop, ARM example, already I have used these templates. I'm deleting them. Okay, so minimize it. Okay, so now you can see validation passed. Validation passed. Now how to download the ARM template? So here at the bottom, you can see here, download a template for automation. Download a template for automation. So to automate the process, to create huge number of virtual machines, we need this ARM template. So just click on the download a template for automation. Then it will open another window, so in which you will have the download option. So actually the ARM template consists of two files. One is the template.json file, another one is parameters.json file. So just click on the download. Just click on the download. Then these two files will be zipped and downloaded. So where I am downloading? In the desktop, in the folder ARM example. So click on save. Now it will be downloaded into the destination folder. It will be downloaded in the destination folder as a zip file. Desktop ARM example. Now you can see the template is available as a zip folder. So right click on that. Now I want to unzip that. Extract to template. Extract to template. Then it will create a folder. If you double click on the template, then it will show you two JSON files. Here you can see the type of the file is JSON. Two JSON files are there. So what are they? Template.json and parameters.json. Okay. So now, in the last class, one participant asked whether we need to open these JSON files using VS Code, or you can use any other editor. So we can use any editor. These are only text files. So just I'm going to open the template. So just double click on that. Now it has been opened in Notepad++. Notepad++. Okay. So it has been opened as Notepad++. In Notepad++ editor, you can use the Notepad editor. You can use Edit Plus editor. You can use WordPad. You can use VS Code. So any software you can use. Okay. So this is the template.json file. So now one more file is there. So one more file is the parameters file. So this is the parameters file. Okay. So we have opened these two files. So we are going to open two files. What are they? Template.json file and parameters.json file. So where they are located? In the desktop, in the folder ARM example. In template.json. And one more file is there, parameters.json. Okay, so these two are the files. Now, so here if you see the parameters.json file, so here there are so many values for the parameters. So many different values for the parameters. So what are the different values? Public IP address name. What is the public IP address name? ARM VM IP. So public IP address type, dynamic type. So for example, if I want to change the public IP address type from dynamic to static, then I can remove dynamic and type it as static. Like that, the properties can be changed according to our wish. Okay. So similarly, virtual machine RG, Dayakar RG, which I have created. Similarly, OS disk type, instead of premium SSD, I can use standard SSD, something like that. Okay. So similarly, admin username, Dayakar123. Admin password, it is showing null, even though I have given admin password, isn't it? I have already given admin password, but now it is showing null, because password is confidential. That's why I have spelled the password previously. Okay, I have revealed the password. What was that password? Dayakar VM @123. So this was the password. Now I need to give the password, because using this ARM, I am going to create the new virtual machine. Have I created the virtual machine? Have I created the virtual machine in the previous instance?
No, sir.
No. Just I have validated it. Okay. I have validated it. Just I have validated. I have not created. Okay. Now it is time to create the virtual machine. It is time to create the virtual machine. Using the existing templates. Okay. So using the existing template, which I have downloaded from the Microsoft Azure website. Okay. Which I have downloaded from the Microsoft Azure website. So for that purpose, what values I changed? So as far as the template.json is concerned, I have not changed any values. I have not changed any values. Okay. So as far as the parameters dot JSON is concerned, I have changed two values. So what are the two values I have changed? So I have changed the standard premium LRS disk type to standard SSD LRS, and I have given the password value. Before, the password value was not there, and I have given the password value, dayakar_vm@123. Okay, and now I am going to save all the files. Okay, so once I save all the files, then now these two files are available. So using these two files, now go back to our Microsoft Azure portal. So now I want to create a virtual machine using this ARM template. So for that purpose, so in the search bar, search for template deployment. Okay. So in the search bar, we are going to search for template deployment. Here it is. In the marketplace, you can find template deployment. Click on template deployment. So template deployment means already ARM template is with us. Okay, we are ready with the ARM template. Now using that ARM template, so we want to deploy a new virtual machine. We want to deploy a new virtual machine using the ARM template. So how to do that? So just in the search bar, search for ARM template. Search for template deployment. Then now you are going to get this like this custom deployment. Select a template. So here click on build your own template in the editor. Click on build your own template in the editor, because now we are using our own template. Now we are using our own template which has been created by us and which has been downloaded by us. Okay. So now this is the template file. So click on load file. Then it will navigate to the ARM example template. So which file I need to load? Template.json file. Select template and click on open. Then that file will be replacing this file. Okay. So that file will be replacing this file, and click on save. So that is successfully saved. But in addition to template file, what we are having? We are having the parameters file also, parameters.json file also. We have already edited the template file, but we have not edited the parameters file. So now just select the edit parameters. Click on edit parameters. Okay, and now load file. Click on load file and navigate to the parameters.json file and click on open. Now the parameters file has also been loaded. Click on save. So from where we are getting the parameters file? From where we are getting these two files? From the folder where we have actually stored these two files. Okay. Actually, it is showing some error. Alt F8. Expected comma. JSON 514. Okay, so after this, I have to close this one and put a comma. Actually, while we are editing, that closing bracket as well as comma was missing. So now it is okay. So now what we have actually uploaded, we have uploaded the template.json file and parameters.json file. Okay. So now this is not the virtual machine which we have previously created. We have not created actually. Okay. So we have given the properties. That's it. So that's why to make sure that this virtual machine will be created in a new resource group, I am going to create a new resource group, or I can use the existing resource group. In the existing resource group, is there any virtual machine? There is no virtual machine. We have not created, isn't it? So that's why I am actually selecting the existing resource group. Existing resource group is Dayakar RG. So I have selected existing resource group, and you can see all the parameters are automatically derived from where? Derived from the parameters.json. All the parameters are derived from parameters.json, including the admin password. That is very, very important. Now I will click on review plus create. Now actually this time we are actually creating the virtual machine using the ARM template. Okay. Now you can see there is no template here because we are actually creating the virtual machine using the template itself. So now just click on create. So the resource is being created. So actually, I have seen lot of videos in YouTube, but in no video, so they have shown this process. Actually, this process is actually they have shown the process of uploading the JSON file, but the process of uploading the parameters file was not shown in any of the YouTube video, as well as in the course which I have studied in Udemy also. So, but by practice, I could know how to create the virtual machine using the ARM template. So, which is very, very useful in real-time environment. In real-time environment, we are going to create the virtual machines using the ARM templates only. Okay. So, whenever you will become Azure administrator, so then the specific parameters they are going to provide you. Accordingly, you need to create ARM templates initially, and then based on the requirement, you are going to create several virtual machines. So as per the requirement. Now we have successfully deployed the ARM VM, ARM virtual machine. We have successfully created the ARM virtual machine. In which resource group? In the Dayakar RG resource group. Actually, previously we have not created this particular virtual machine. Now, whether we have created this particular virtual machine using the ARM template or not.
Yes, sir. By using the template, we are creating.
Yes, yes. So now up to this point, so why I have repeated is in the previous class, there was no clarity. Okay. So just I am created a template, but from where we are extracting the content that has not been shown. So I also have some doubt. So that's why I am once again showing. So this is the clear cut process which is used in the industry to deploy the virtual machines using the ARM template. Now, any doubts regarding the concept till now?
Sir, they give the parameters.
Yes, of course. In the industry, so according to the company's requirement, so they are going to tell you what type of disk you should use, whether it is a premium SSD or a standard SSD.
Only
Okay.
two types, sir.
Three types are there. Standard HDD is also there. Standard hard disk drive. So, but no company is going to use a standard HDD. So, because it is very slow, hard disk drive is very slow. So, similarly, each and every parameter they are going to give in manual. Okay.
Manually they will provide.
Manually they are going to provide. Accordingly, you have to create the ARM template. Okay. So actually, after getting very much practice, so actually this JSON file we are going to type it and create. But now because we don't have experience, so we are going to create up to validation point, and then we are going to download the ARM template. So if you gain practice, so directly you can create the ARM template, JSON file.
Okay, sir. So when we are going to practice, we try to do this method.
Yes, of course, because we don't have much knowledge on JSON. So we are actually downloading the ARM template and then uploading. So actually, ARM templates are directly created by the developers. Then directly they are going to be deployed for creating the virtual machine. So actually, ARM templates are not only for creating the virtual machines. They are used for each and every resource creation. So we now we have seen how to create a virtual machine using the ARM template. Okay.
One of the use we have seen
one of the use. You can create several different things. You can create networks. So you can create virtual networks. Several things you can do. Okay, that we will see later.
Okay, sir.
But the procedure is same. Logic is same.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your response. Next.
Sir, for every virtual machine, there is one template, sir.
So actually, in industry, what happens is there will be several virtual machines. There will be several different virtual machines, and these virtual machines will be distributed to some of the employees. Okay. So they will have limited access. So one particular employee will not have access to all the virtual machines. Some of the virtual machines will be having access to some of the employees. So that should be planned by Azure Administrator itself.
Okay, sir. If they are giving the template, then only we can create.
Yes, of course.
So if there is no requirement, then we proceed with the creating the virtual machine.
Actually, if you are Azure Administrator, then you have to create the ARM templates. So if you are working as a Azure Data Engineer, then the Azure Administrator is going to provide you. This is the virtual machine you have to use.
Okay. So machine is created by the administrator only.
Administrator only. So once the administrator gives you, this is the virtual machine, and he will give you the username, password for that particular virtual machine, credentials. Then you can directly open that particular virtual machine and deploy your web applications. Okay, or migrate the data.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
So each and every service is different. Okay, each and every service is different, and it may be linked, may not be linked. However, it must be linked to two things. What are they? Subscription as well as resource group. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Subscription as well as resource group is mandatory for each and every resource we are going to create. Any more doubts?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you. Next, any other persons who have doubts? So as now you may have a doubt, as you asked, what if I do not know how to create the templates? Okay, because I don't know JSON, but I have been selected as Azure administrator. Then I want to create they have asked to create ARM templates. So then there will be help from the Microsoft itself. So if you go to the Google search and type it as Azure ARM templates, Azure ARM templates, okay, Azure ARM templates, samples, Azure Resource Manager template samples. Then, so the Microsoft Docs documentation, the Microsoft Docs, so is going to provide Azure Quick Start templates, Azure Quick Start templates. So which are supported by GitHub. Okay. So there will be huge number of ready-made templates. You can just download the JSON file as well as download the parameters.json file as well as template.json file, and you can directly utilize it. Okay. According to your necessity, there will be huge number of templates available. So either you can directly utilize it or you may modify according to your necessity. So for that purpose, you have to first of all understand the JSON file, So if you keenly observe the JSON file, it is not that much complicated. There will be only name value pairs and there will be some parameters. Okay. So we are just giving the values for the parameters in JSON files. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay. So for example, if you don't understand this particular JSON file, because it is too long, for example, it is 199 lines code is there. So then what we can do is, if you want to get more idea about the JSON file, then you can go for armwidge.io, So which is going to give visualization for the ARM template. So armwidge.io is going to give you the visualization for the ARM template. So I will show you how it will be visualized. So it will be like your UML diagram. How these elements, objects, actually what is JSON? Can anybody tell the extension of JSON?
Object notations.
Java?
JavaScript. Object notation.
JavaScript? Very good.
Object notation.
JavaScript object notation. Okay. So these are all objects. So here parameters one object, the location one object, and we are going to give the settings for these objects. Okay, we are going to assign the parameters for these objects. So actually the equivalent for JSON previously which was used, XML was used. So at present we are using the JSON. Previously what we were using, XML. So there are actually two protocols for actually to maintain the web services. What are they? SOAP protocol and REST protocol. SOAP protocol and REST protocol. So SOAP protocol is actually for its web services, it is going to use XML. Okay. So you may be knowing about the XML syntax in BTech Web Technologies as well as MTech Web Technologies. So the XML is there in your curriculum. So that's why we may be knowing XML, but we don't have any knowledge about the JSON. So because it is not available in the curriculum. Okay. So that is the basic problem. However, so compared to XML, JSON is becoming more popular as of now, because compared to SOAP URL, at present REST is more used. At present, REST API is more used for getting the web services. So in Azure also, it is going to use the REST API. not SOAP API. So that is why all the files are maintained as JSON files. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm removing this already existing code and giving my template.json file so that I will see how the UML like structure will be shown. Now here you can see the UML like structure. Okay. So what is the first object? Virtual machine name. Virtual machine name is the first object. So which is linked with the network interface name, which is linked with network security group name, virtual network name, and the public IP address name. So this is the structure. For example, so because the code is very lengthy, if I want to see the code for parameters code for virtual network name, or if I want to see the code for public IP address name, just click on that particular link. Then directly it will be navigated to that particular line of code. Okay, here you can see public IP address name. So assume that if the JSON file is 1,000 lines of code, is having 1,000 lines of code, then it is very easy to navigate to a specific line of code using this ARM Viz. Okay, note down armviz.io. This is the website name in which we can visualize the ARM templates. So now I think you have got clear idea about how to deploy virtual machines using the ARM templates. So to the best of my knowledge, I have shared the information. Now, in addition to this, we can also create virtual machine using the ARM template using the bash shell. Okay, using the bash shell. Okay. So now I will show you that one also because actually in real time environment, so most of the developers, they are going to use the shell scripting rather than the Azure portal to actually create virtual machines as well as other resources. Okay, once you get more hands on, so whenever we go to the industry where we actually how the other people know that we don't have real-time experience is, so we will be using the Azure portal, whereas the real-time experience candidates will be using the either bash shell or PowerShell. Then they can find that we don't have hands-on experience, and we actually placed the fake experience. Okay, so that's why we must have hands-on. For the CLI scripting also. So what are the two CLI scriptings we have already seen? One is bash shell, another one is bash shell, another one is PowerShell. These two are the cloud shells we have already come across. So now what I will do is, so I will actually create a new resource group using the bash shell, and then I would like to use these two templates. So these two, that is template.json as well as parameter.json, which is available, and try to deploy a new virtual machine using this bash shell. Okay. So let me do that. So for that purpose, initially what we need to do is, initially we need to move these parameters.json as well as the template.json to the cloud drive. Okay, first of all we need to move the both the files to the cloud drive, then only it is possible. Okay, so then only it is possible. So how to move the cloud drive? These two are the files, these two are the JSON files. So these two JSON files must be moved to the cloud drive. So how to move the cloud? How to move to the cloud drive? First of all, I will show you. So if I see the resource groups, just go for the resource groups. click on resource groups. Okay, so now there is one particular resource group which is shown as Cloud Shell Storage. Cloud Shell Storage. When this was created, whether it is created by us or it is automatically created. It was automatically created. Automatically created during the first time use of the Cloud Shell. Okay, so now I will open that particular resource group. So if I open that particular resource group, then it will not contain any virtual machines. However, it will contain one storage account. It will contain one storage account. This is the storage account. So just click on the storage account. So if you click on the storage account, then it will open the storage account details. So these are all the details of the storage account. But what we need to do, we need to upload two files. We need to upload two files. What are those two files? Template.json and parameters.json to the cloud drive. So for that purpose, so click on the file shares. Click on the file shares in the left side menu. So here there will be one account for the file share. So just click on that account. If you just click on that account, then there will be two directories available. So actually this ARM directory was created during my practice session. So that's why I'm going to delete this directory. I'll create once again. Okay. So first of all, I need to delete these two files because I want to show you how to upload the files. So I have deleted, and then I want to delete the directory. Okay, now the directory is deleted. So there will be only one directory. What is the directory? Cloud console directory, which is by default created. Now I want to add a new directory. Click on add directory, and the new directory I am going to give the name as, I want to give the name as ARM VM Cloud. ARM VM Cloud. Okay, so I want to deploy I want to create virtual machine from the ARM template using the Cloud Shell. Okay, so just click on OK. Now click on this particular folder and click on upload. So I'm going to upload these two files to this particular cloud drive. So click on this select file. Now these two files are available. Just select both the files and click on open. And click on upload. So these two files have been uploaded successfully. What I did, I have used the storage account to store these two files because these two files are needed to create a virtual machine from the ARM template using the Cloud Shell. Okay. So that's it. Now our files are ready in the cloud drive. So then what I need to do, open the Cloud Shell. The advantage of Cloud Shell is you might have observed that so the Cloud Shell is opening in browser itself. Okay, so actually if you want to open the command prompt in Windows operating system, it cannot be opened in browser, isn't it? However, the Cloud Shell will be opened in the browser itself. That's why even from the mobile phone also you can open this Azure portal and work with the Cloud Shell and execute the commands because it is opening in the browser. So that is the advantage of the Cloud Shell. And several real-time industry persons, they are going to use the Cloud Shell to execute the commands on the go also. Opening of the Cloud Shell will take much time, but the commands will be executed very fastly. What I observed. Okay, let me show you in the notepad because it is taking much time. The notepad, I will tell the procedure. So once the bash shell is opened, so then the commands you need to use is, first of all, create another resource group. So creating another resource group, we have seen how to create a resource group using the bash shell. Create a resource group, new resource group. How could we create the new resource group? Using the command az group create -l. So the location is East US -n and the resource group name. Here I'm going to give the resource group name is ARMRG. Okay. So if you execute this command in the bash shell, then a new resource group will be created with the ARMRG name. So after that, now we need to deploy. A virtual machine. So using the template.json as well as the parameters.json. So the command for that is az deployment group create -- resource group. What is the name of the resource group? ARMRG and -- template file. What is the template file name? Template.json and -- parameters. What is the parameters file name? Parameters.json. Okay, so this is the command. To actually deploy a new resource group using the bash shell. So it is taking too much time to open the bash shell. So that's why I have shown the commands to execute, to create a new resource group as well as deploy the new virtual machine in that particular new resource group. So once it is deployed, then we can actually check whether this virtual machine is available in the has been created or not in the ARM RG resource group. Okay, so any doubts in this regard, in this new concept? So previously we have created a new virtual, we have deployed a new virtual machine. So using ARM template in the portal. Now we are creating a virtual machine in the Cloud Shell. That is the difference. For creating virtual machines in the Cloud Shell, definitely we need to remember the code. Actually, we need not to remember. I have already shown in the previous classes how to get this particular sample code. So once you get the sample code, then you can utilize, you can modify the sample code accordingly and you can utilize. Just note down these two commands and then at your home you can practice. Because now network traffic is very high. So afternoon it has been opened, but now because internet speed is very less, so it has not opened. Okay. So now let us move on to the next topic. The next topic is virtual machine scale set. So any doubts in this creation of resource group as well as deployment using the bash shell? You can clarify now.
No, sir. No doubt.
No doubts. Okay, thank you. So next let us move on to the next topic. The next topic we'll be working with is virtual machine scale set. So why we need the scale sets? Why we need the scale set? What is meant by scalability? What is meant by scalability? Actually, we can deploy the web applications using web hosting as well as using cloud computing. Why we should prefer cloud computing is because cloud computing actually uses the scaling concept. That is the basic reason why we are using the cloud computing. Okay. So just I will tell the theoretical concepts. We will do the practical in tomorrow's session. So as far as the scaling is concerned, scaling is nothing but, so if you assume that if you created a particular virtual machine and that virtual machine is running, up and running, okay, so up and running. However, that particular web application which we deployed in that particular virtual machine, so has been accessed by huge number of clients at a time. Then the load on this particular virtual machine will be very high. And assume that the CPU utilization has been increased to 90%, more than 90%. Then what happens? The particular web application will be automatically shut down. Okay, the clients are not going to get access. Okay, that is the basic reason. So now what we are going to do is, whenever such a situation occurs, and if the CPU utilization is more than 70%, then create one more virtual machine automatically. Okay, the Azure portal is going to create one more virtual machine automatically with the same structure which we have provided for the first virtual machine, and it start executing the process. Then what happens? Now there are two virtual machines. Assume that even though we are using two virtual machines, after some time, for both the virtual machines, the usage of CPU is more than 70%. Then it is going to create third virtual machine. Like that, it is going to scale number of virtual machines, and assume that after some time, the CPU utilization has been dropped drastically below 20%. Then automatically the Azure itself is going to delete the virtual machines. So that is the theoretical concept. We will show you the practically how we are going to create these virtual machine scale sets, and how the virtual machines are automatically created as well as automatically deleted whenever there is no load on the servers. Okay. So hope you enjoyed the session, today's session. We'll continue in the next class tomorrow 7 p.m. So if anybody having doubts, you can step back. Otherwise, you can leave now.
Sir?